So, good evening, everyone. Um, I keep pulling up surprises for us that I cannot have specific date and time that I come online. I come online as my day permits. I come online as my day permits. Okay. So let's see how many people that will be able to join me so that we can start. How many people are able to join me? Then we can kick off. How many of you are able to join me? If you can hear me loud and clear, please can you um, give me a thumbs up in order to know that you can hear me loud and very clear. Once more, this is Maz okay, bringing you this evening. I titled this evening Bayelsa Elections Supreme Court Dismisses APC Appeal and fines APC actually for wasting the time of the court. So, and if we have to use deductive analysis for this, it will become clear that what it will mean for the PDP in Imo State is there is no hope. That is as simple as that. Okay? That is as simple as that. John Paul Ume, good day from Los Angeles. Thank you very much, John Paul Ume. Useni Mentor. Useni, you still owe us and you owe every of my fan one keg of pounded yam and one pot of soup, one keg of up wine, specifically from Udi. And because the last time we tried to do something, you tried rigging the election here on the Ginger platform, and that was why Mazi find you that. So I'm happy you are here, Oseni. If you can hear me loud and clear, please can you give me a thumbs up? How many are we? Yeah, I only have 2 thumbs up, and we can do better than this. Show me some love. So, what the news this evening is very gladdening. It gladdens my heart because it means that the all progressive confidence, or as Buhari will call it, all progressive confidence, is been fined 30 million naira. 30 million naira. Because of what? Because they wasted the time of the court. All progressive candidate. The review, no, the review case is different. No. No, my brother. Across Nigeria, you're saying that the review case is different. I disagree. Why I said there is no hope for Imo State is it's very simple. Um, Judiciary, and actually that was the reason why they had to find, the lawyers, is actually that they do not want people to come and challenge the judgment of the Supreme Court. If they don't do it now, PDP had already said that they're going to review the presidential election. APC is already in court. Kanu is Kwankwaso is already saying that he's going to challenge Gandola, that is Ganduje, for an election that PDP gone to the tribunals lost, gone to the appeal court lost, go to the Supreme Court lost. You still want to go and challenge that. So at the end of the day, there is nothing here to challenge. Ifeanyi Anadu, I greet you. Billy Sly, Iloebo, good job, always keep it up. From North Carolina. All these North Carolina people, I think it's time that you people will start looking for visa for me. Maybe it's time to run away as well. Okay. So, you see, Bayelsa has no error in its case. Imo State has. No, I think that is where sentiment. Let me bring your comment back again. Across Nigeria, I think what we are trying to do here is to, you know, and I need to make this point clarified. The case of Bayelsa was a miscarriage of judgment, and I must say that. The case of Imo State is equally a miscarriage of judgment. You know why? Bayelsa was that the PDP fielded a relation to the former governor, and the people in protest voted against PDP. The same thing happened in Imo State, that the people of Imo State did not vote Hope Uzodinma. The people of Imo State voted against Okorocha's in-law, that is Uche Nwosu. Thereby, because of the issue the party already had within that state, that election wasn't going to favor APC. The same way, the same way it wasn't going to favor PDP in Bayelsa State, irrespective of what Dixon had done. Because Obasanjo was against him, Goodluck Jonathan was against him. The people of Bayelsa was like, since you don't want to listen to us, we will meet you at the polling unit and we will flog you. And they did, and they sure did. Suddenly, after the people have casted their vote and after the people have said, no, this is arrant nonsense, suddenly, the Supreme Court upturned that. The principle of, I'm still addressing my good friend that asked that question, the principle of the Supreme Court striking out Bayelsa is the same principle that will apply in Imo. Write it down. It's, I think it's logic here. Reason being, they say Supreme Court is infallible. The infallibility of Supreme Court is what they are trying to uphold here. Because if they begin to review cases, trust Nigeria, somebody will go and bring up Supreme Court cases of an autopsy that happened 50 years ago and ask Supreme Court to review it. Because anything, if you know Nigeria, if you give them any leeway, they will exploit it. So that's what actually is in this case. And that's what I think Imo State, sadly, it breaks my heart because Hope Uzodinma, the people didn't vote him. And I myself, I cannot vote Hope with my conscience clear. This is a man. Many of us accuse the federal government of what they've been doing against the Igbo. But do you know that $12.6 billion, not naira, 12.6 billion, sorry, $12.6 million was given to Hope Uzodinma's company to dredge the eastern port. Many of you, this little keke that I use here, if I want to import any small vehicle from anywhere, I would import through Lagos. Then I'll pay through my nose. The customs from Lagos to Ore to Asaba will be everywhere sniffing your orifice. Why? Because of our brother, the governor of Imo State. Because he was the one, he's part of those that is holding us down, that we are backwards. Question remains, why is no one no longer asking questions of what he did with the money? So, for me, Hope is not a governorship material, but it is a miscarriage of judgment. But if I have to use deductive analysis to think of what happened regarding Bayelsa today, remember, even Bayelsa, my brother, why I said that Bayelsa I thought had a case was, remember the case of Audu Ogbe? Audu Ogbe in Kogi never, Faleke never inherited that seat. That's how they got this young man who is there, the one they call ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, they go here ta-ta-ta-ta. The one that won election by fire by force. So across Nigeria, again, you said Yes, Supreme Court don't want to make that mistake. I believe there will be no hope for. Well, exactly. So if it's you see, my brother, across Nigeria, I like the comment because you've now come to agree with me. You see, the thing is, if Supreme Court, if we were talking about maybe if we people were actually or people knew all this thing, the way Supreme Court will go, if we knew this from the time of appeal or the time of the time of the High Court and the time of appeal, it would have been a different case. But now it has gone to Supreme Court, and there is no way the Supreme Court can reverse itself. What Supreme Court can do, they can review the case. After reviewing the case, if there were some, like, they can review the case, but the judgment cannot be reversed. Mark it. Maazes, okay, saying today is the 26th of February. Supreme Court cannot reverse itself. I want to bet with somebody. One keg of palm wine. That is my brand. Eke brand or Udi. One keg of palm wine. If you want to bet with me. One keg. Is anybody betting with me? If Imo will be reversed. It's simple deductive analysis. Do you want to bet with me? Across Nigeria, I think you're running away already. You don't want to bet with me. Larry Anyam, well done, bros. I'm watching from London. These London people, how are you in London? So what I'm saying is, we have now close to 50 people watching me, but can you? I only have four thumbs ups. That means the things I'm saying does not. If you like the discussion we are having this evening, as always, we will endeavor and try to make this conversation an interactive one. Can you please give me a thumbs up? Oh, someone will poison me. I just asked if you can give me a thumbs up. Someone give me a thumbs down. I'm not Supreme Court now. Please don't kill me. Huh? Okay, you're in for my bet. Okay, so who's going to be the judge? Who's going to hold the my bet with across Nigeria? Who's going to hold the bet? Who's going to hold the bet? Okay, across Nigeria said there will be a rerun. The Supreme Court will order a rerun. Please, who is this man that gave me a thumbs down? This is unbelievable. Rather than show me some love, some people are showing me hate already. Okay, so love must surpass hate. For someone giving me a thumbs down, I would want many of you to basically show him that you love Mazes, okay, more than you hate him. Please, can you help me do that? Okay, so Ikechukwu Joffrey, you said yes. I don't know what you're saying yes for, but the issue remains that with across Nigeria, there will be a rerun. And I'm saying there is not going to be a rerun. There is going to be outright dismissal of Ihedioha's case based on what happened today, based on the Supreme Court's judgment today. Watching from Nairobi. Oh, Nairobi, you people haven't gone to bed. Ihedio is returning back. Honestly, I want to share your optimism. I will be the happiest person if Ihedioha would return, because I was in Owerri second week of January, and I saw the things Ihedioha was doing, the roads. I was heading to Port Harcourt International Airport, and I saw the things, the road he was opening up and the roads he was doing, but suddenly he's not. And I actually watched the governor of Imo State yesterday, the current one. The same road that Hope Ihedio has started. He went there just saying that the contractors are not doing anything. But hey, I was there just barely 3 weeks ago. He's talking about re-awarding the contract. People, when I hear such things, what that means for me is that someone is looking for how to eat money. I'm looking at that guy, and I think if he's going to re-award that road, that means he's already looking at how to commingle and how to loot money. The Imo people did not vote Hope Uzodinma, but the judgment of Bayelsa today does not give me much hope. Oh, I keep talking hope. Hope Uzodimma. Bayelsa doesn't give me hope. That's a very excellent rhyme. But be that as it may, that is what it is. That is the way I look at it. Okay. Now, however, this evening, Bayelsa is calm. Nothing is happening in Bayelsa because initially people thought, and I've been waiting to see how the APC will eventually deal with its chairman. Remember the Oshomole? Someone actually said, classified him as a man with the diarrhea mouth. But I said, well, it is your problem. I will not say that. I will not call him that. But if you call him that, not me, Maazezoke did not call Oshomole a diarrhea mouth. But he talks a lot because he's the one that said that no one will be sworn in. Lo and behold, the day came, the PDP governor was sworn in. And there was calm in Bayelsa State today after the Supreme Court dismissed the application of All Progressive Congress. If it's Buhari, he will say All Progressive Confidence, that asked the Supreme Court to review its February 13th judgment, which sacked the party governorship candidate, David Leon, or as some people in the Niger Delta will call him, David Lion, and his deputy, Bioparakuma Deji Eriomenyo. Ha, that's a very fantastic name. For you to pronounce that name properly, you probably have to go and eat a dikaiko very well, or periwinkle, you know. So now there was no jubilation as usual, as expected, because that is against the people's will. There was no jubilation today, as supporters and members of the People's Democratic Party who had taken to the street and the government house to celebrate victory of their party on 13th. Remember on that 13th, whilst the PDP were celebrating, the APC were busy trying to cause commotion because of what the APC chairman had already said. Someone said, hope is, I won't say the rest, let me push it. He says, hope Uzodimma is hopeless to Imo people. Okay, so, let me continue. As I said, there is no jubilation in Imo State, and that is, in Bayelsa State, and that is to tell you that this is actually something that the people didn't find funny. You can imagine if the judgment was reversed today, you could imagine what will happen in in Bayelsa State. The people will run amok. The people would have, gone to the street in jubilation. But hey, the people didn't go to the street because it was a judgment that didn't give hope to them. It is actually absurd that the Supreme Court, that the court will be thwarting the people's choice. The people have made a choice. The choice is they want this man to be their governor. But when people go to, for me, the logical thing to have been done in the case of Bayelsa would have been to remove the deputy. Remove the deputy. He is the one that forged. Actually, to tell you that Nigeria is actually nearness to the Banana Republic, that would be the end of it. That would be the end of it. No one would actually press criminal charges against this guy. So I don't know, what you guys think. I think this is, we can make it an interactive section, and let's not make it too long because I think it's already late. In the next couple of minutes, we will be ending this live broadcast. You know, in the next couple of minutes, we'll be ending this live broadcast. So if there is any, that's one thing I want to share with us today because I thought to myself, I've been thinking about it. I said, there is no hope in Imo State. The hopelessness in Imo State sounds like the hopelessness of the governor in Imo State. I don't know why I do not have any iota of believe in the governor, the current governor in Imo State. Sadly, Imo and Abia State has had it, very bad in recent time. We saw people protesting in Abia State recently. These are people that are being misgoverned, and they come out in street to protest in favor of their oppressors. Abia people, Emelonihem. Abia has been I don't know. Abia has been so unlucky. Abia State. I pity Abia State. Really, Abia State has been so unlucky. From T.A. Oji to from Oji Zokalu to T.A. Oji now to Ipazu. Ipazu. Some people are now saying Ipazu. That is the last one, because the way it appears, if you talk about the whole governorship governors in the southeast, it appears is the last one. He's probably living to his name. So let's see if the last one will be better than a hopeless, um, yeah, the one someone basically called hopelessness. You know, it is honestly sad that after casting votes, this is how the Supreme Court, with a stroke of a pen, will just let the people's mandate be in ruins. Okay, so that's it from me, people. It doesn't give me much confidence, but I am struggling, and I'm just saying that this conversation this evening should not be more than 25 to 30 minutes maximum. So that's why we're just trying to do it and compress it so quickly that we can get out of here. But the takeaway this evening will be that Bayelsa sadly has gone, and Imo State probably, I don't know, maybe they will withdraw, and PDP wanted to go with the presidential, um, equally with the presidential tribunal, saying that Buhari should be sacked. But with the judgment of Supreme Court today, I do not think there is hope for the upcoming ones. So let me read some comments. So if you have any comment, if you have anything to say now in the next 2 minutes, let's just crack on with that one. Then we can call it a day. Emi Sami says, Hopeless Uzodinma is busy inaugurating Emir in Kano. Oh, my dear, I saw that video. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Inaugurating an Emir anyway. Let's leave that conversation for another day. Maybe over the weekend we will have time and to really explore the consequences of what you and I saw in Imo State today. No, I saw the video. Yes, I saw the video yesterday, so I don't know if the video was taken yesterday or today. Okay, so Obi Opuru, that's what you get in a quota system. The Supreme Court, I call them aeroplane drivers. So if you know, you know. You know what aeroplane drivers is. Supreme Court, as it is today, they are called aeroplane drivers. And even in that same quota system, even you can see that Magu, the EFCC chairman, even today, said again, not even the one he said last week, he said yes, that he's still insisting that corruption is the reason why we have coronavirus. Coronavirus is a byproduct of corruption, and he even called it corruption virus. So coronavirus has a new name. It is now called corruption virus. That is what quota system does. It messes up the brain. When you leave people who are qualified and go for people who are not qualified, that's what you get. John Paul Lume, Bayelsa is an act of God and Imo State is an act of man. I beg to disagree. They are one and the same. They are nothing but political. It's a political judgment. And one thing they have in common is that people's rights, people's choice has been thwarted. People's choice has been thwarted. Imo State case will be reversed. America have interest. My dear, forget that one. Those ones now. America is in an election season. America has their own problem. Do not bank on America. Everyone has his own problem. That's my candid opinion. Now, people, if you have any more questions, if you have more comments, please throw them up, or you give me likes. You can give me. That's what you can do. That's all you can do for me. Just give me thumbs up. Let's make the conversation interactive. It's good to know where most of you are watching from. I know we have people here from Nairobi, from UAE, from California, from Texas. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for staying with me as always. Oh, thank you very much, whoever gave me that thumbs up now. Thank you very much. Again, one thing we will want to do, I'll ask Ginger Media to put up a survey if they can, so that you guys, I want to, let you be part of this. If you guys can vote on what you would want me to talk about over the weekend, when we will have time, maybe on Fridays, on Saturdays, equally when we will have at least an hour and a half, and we can make it available for you to call me and have that conversation with me. If that's going to be possible, that will be an excellent one, and that will be an excellent thing to do. So let me know if it's something you guys will want to happen. Do you want us to make these conversations probably in the weekend or anytime? Suggest the time, suggest the date, and make suggestion about the topic. Now, from the topic, we vote, and whichever topic wins will be what I am going to talk on. There are some lectures I would also want to give. It's not only an interactive conversations. I can equally do, and I can equally lecture us on some of the stuff happening. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Good evening, Monday Asas, Collins and Sammy, Collins and from Taiwan. Oh, Collins. Collins, you should be asleep by now. You shouldn't be up watching Mars. You should be asleep. But I appreciate that you're watching from Taiwan. Be very careful because of the uh, corruption virus, according to Magu, not coronavirus. In his today's video, it is now called corruption virus. Let me see if I can find the video. Then I'll play the video for us to understand what Magu is saying. Magu said that is no longer coronavirus, that is corruption virus. Some of you would think I was joking when I said that. No, I meant it. That's what Maggie said. He said it's corruption virus. Hmm? Corruption virus. Okay. So my time is now Nako Kwarapo Kwarapo. So let me find out and see um, if I can pull the video, and
You
let
may
me play
describe
the
him
video.
as
Okay, you
ubiquitous in
see?
style,
So
but the
listen to the
passion
video.
with which he fights corruption resonates beyond Nigeria. The czar of Nigeria's anti-corruption campaign, Ibrahim Magu, has added a new twist to corruption as it re-emphasizes that coronavirus is a product of corruption.
Because the corruption viruses was a creation by a corrupt mind. Somebody actually created corruption viruses. I mean,
Corruption.
coronaviruses. Somebody deliberately sat down in the lab and came up with the creation of the coronavirus and with the view to infect and destroy other people. So what else who else more corrupt than that? So it's created by a corrupt mind. So I still insist that coronavirus is caused by corruption.
But
So you people have watched it. If I didn't show this now, some of you wouldn't believe me. You now have corruption virus. Nigeria, pity us, honestly. We have corruption virus. That's what our EFCC
you
chairman
may
said.
describe him as
You know,
ubiquitous in style, but the
you
passion
see?
with which he fights corruption resonates beyond Nigeria. The czar of Nigeria's anti-corruption campaign, Ibrahim Magu, has added a new twist to corruption as it re-emphasizes that coronavirus is a product of corruption.
because the corruption viruses was a creation by a corrupt mind. Somebody actually created corruption viruses. I mean, coronaviruses. Somebody deliberately sat down.
So, you see, somebody deliberately sat down and created. La wallahi. Man, I will let us be. It's now 30 minutes. I will be signing off. Just give me thumbs up. Once more, Mazes, okay, signing up with corruption viruses. I will go to sleep tonight and I will be thinking about corruption viruses. But on a more serious note, I will be thinking about quota system and how it has destroyed Nigeria. We have it evidently in the Supreme Court as well as the way we have it in the EFCC. Incompetence has become the order of the day. Once more, thanks for joining me. This is Mazes, okay, signing off.